Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to this special edition of A Quick Nine. I'm Carrie Kimball. I am the Executive Director of the First Tee of Greater San Antonio. And today on the First Tee, I'm very excited to welcome Elsa and Sara Diaz. They are First Tee San Antonio alumni, and I'm happy to have them on today to talk about their journey. So let's get started. Hey, girls. Tell us a little bit about yourself and what you're doing today.
Go ahead. Well, my name is Sara Diaz. I'm the oldest of the Diaz sisters. I am Elsa's manager, and I also work full-time for the PGA Tour.
Okay.
And I am Elsa Diaz. I'm the baby of the Diaz sisters, and we also have a brother in between. He was also a First Tee alumni, and I'm currently playing golf as a professional golfer, and I'm trying to get to the LPGA, represent the First Tee and everybody who's supported me along the way.
Amazing, amazing. Sara, tell us a little bit more about what you're doing for the PGA Tour.
Sure. So I'm the manager of multicultural marketing strategy. So what that means, Carrie, is that we try to introduce people to golf. And one of the things that I talk about all the time is the First Tee, because you guys were the segue that brought me into golf and all of the wonderful opportunities. So we just try to introduce people to the sport, and hopefully they can join us at the tournament.
Awesome. Okay, so being sisters, I have a sister myself, and you guys seem kind of like me and my sister. We look alike, and we do things alike, but then we also do things differently. So can you just tell us a little bit about how you're same and how you're different?
Go ahead.
There you go?
Yeah. Go ahead.
I think that I am more of the structured sister. I think my brain works a little bit different than Elsa's. I think that if you were to see ourselves, you would think that we're very similar in personality, but I tend to be a little bit more organized than Elsa. She's more free spirit.
Definitely the messier sister for sure, too.
I was trying to say it in a positive way.
Yeah.
Yes, like she said, I think like on the outside, since we were obviously raised by the same parents, we like the same music and
same values.
We love being excited about what we're doing, and we have our goals and our big dreams. But I think as manager player, I think it's definitely like Sara lets me kind of run wild, and she puts everything in place, keeps my tournaments organized, make sure I'm reaching out to the right people, make sure I'm meeting deadlines. So I think that's the main difference.
The main difference.
And also,
yeah.
I think Sara tends to be a little bit of an extrovert. She gets her energy from people, and I tend to just kind of hide out on the range a little bit more.
I try to bring her with me wherever I go, Carrie.
She actually makes all our friends. What do you call yourself? Sara's like, I'm your social life. Don't worry, I'll make you friends. You go on tour and go play, and when you come back, she always has a big group of friends ready for me, and they already know me, so I just kind of just join the parties.
Nice. Love that. Elsa, come to you. How did you get involved in the First Tee, and how long were you involved in the First Tee?
So I was in the program from 9 years old till 18. So
Okay.
I was for 9 years, and both of our parents were kind of getting tired of
driving us around town.
Because like somebody was in soccer, somebody was in volleyball. And so my dad one time went to a convention center, and the First Tee had a booth. And what really drew him in was the fact that the First Tee is a life skills program that teaches life skills through the game of golf. And my dad has been a golfer since I can remember, but he never really pushed the sport on us. But he really liked the life skill aspect of it, and later we came to understand that it gave us a lot of opportunities. And so our parents would drop us off every weekend, and we made some lifelong friends and lifelong memories. And
we basically lived there, Carrie. Saturday and Sunday. We were there. And back then we had the shack, remember?
Yeah.
It was a little building, and there was no AC. It was probably hotter inside than outside. It get hot. And in the winter, we would be bunched there like sardines, trying to get heat from one another. But we had the best memories from that shack.
Great. And Sara, how long were you in the chapter then? And then what kept you there as well?
So I was there, I remember my middle school years, middle school through high school. So the same amount of years as Elsa. I was a little bit older though. I'm 4 years older than Elsa.
Okay.
And we were born in the United States, but we had just come back from Mexico. So we lived some years in Mexico. My mom's from there.
Okay.
And part of what Elsa was saying was that when we came to the United States, we were playing all sorts of sports, and my parents just wanted us to be in one sport, so mom didn't have to drive all around town.
Yes.
But the first tee was a great way for us to learn how to speak English. And we were there for that long of a time because of all the wonderful opportunities that the first tee provided us. I think all the national opportunities kept us super motivated. There was this one participant, Tim, who went to Pebble Beach and came back and told us that he had met Gary Player and he had played at Pebble, and it was a tournament that was televised. So all those different opportunities just kept us in the chapter. And like Elsa said, we had wonderful friends, but it was definitely, I think, the variety of activities. I mean, I went to Pebble twice. We got to travel for the first time on our own. Elsa went to, which ones did you go to?
Yeah, we did Leadership Academy, Player Academy.
I did.
My brother was RBS scholar.
And he met Jack Nicklaus. I shot a commercial with Jack Nicklaus. I played with Tom Watson. I think I've counted, Carrie, like 8 to 10 trips that I got to.
Really?
Yeah, thanks to the first tee.
Wow, that's amazing. So what, Elsa, is your favorite memory of going to the first tee on the weekends, let's say?
Let's see. I think the fact that my mom would kind of drop us off like at 8 in the morning, and she was like, "I'll be back at 6." You know, figure it out. Bring your lunch, because you know how the first tee there's like a gas station there. She was like, "Don't go to the gas station. Don't waste your money there." And we'd do our session, and then in between sessions we'd play football.
Water balloons, I remember.
Yeah, water balloons, and then we'd get to mentor we were just kids, and we were mentoring little kids, you know.
Yes.
You know, and I think also I tell a lot of people, I was in college, I was one of the longer hitters, and it was the first tee guys that were like, "You're playing from the very back, Elsa." I mean, I was like 10 years old, weighing 95 pounds, and they were making me play from the very back, and I say that's kind of like the reason why. I just had to learn how to swing out of my shoes so I could keep up with them. So
well, when I was growing up, which was a long time ago, I had to be on the boys golf team in high school. And so I couldn't play from the red tees. I had to play from the back. But I feel like that really helped my golf career because I had to kind of keep up with them, you know? So and girls golf wasn't that popular when I was growing up. What about you, Sarah? What's your favorite memories?
Probably one that stands out every time is Halloween. It was Halloween, and you know, my siblings and I, we said, "Oh, we'll take a hat or something small."
I think they had said something like, "There's, you know, Halloween costumes and prizes if you dress up."
It was just kind of like relaxed. Exactly. So, you know, I was already 18. It's not like I was, you know, young. And my mom, I remember, said, "Oh no, you're gonna go dressed head to toe." My mom is one of those kinds of people that she will give 110% to every project she gets involved in. So the three of us completely dressed up. And I'm talking about, I was Pocahontas. I braided my hair. My brother was a clown. He painted his whole face white. What were you?
I was an Egyptian,
Egyptian,
or Cleopatra,
yes,
or something. Had like the beaded hair, you know.
Wow, all out.
Show up in our you know, older van, and we get to the first tee, and we look out the window, and no one. So we started,
like, almost like everybody forgot that it was Halloween.
Yes. Yeah. So we
wanted to stay in the car.
Yeah, my mom didn't let us though. She was like, "Oh no, you're gonna go out there like this," because we were gonna go change. We did not want to go out and see our peers like that. But no, it ended up being super fun. We won.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, you had to have won the contest.
And I think now, you know, looking back at it, I'm so glad that we did. And that's what the first tee was to us. It was just a safe place to try new things.
We could just be ourselves.
Yeah.
Be kids. So that was a lot of fun.
Elsa, you said that you your scholarship is because of the first tee, your Division I golf scholarship. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, so the first tee had a national opportunity that was called the Speed Golf First Tee Challenge.
Okay.
And I remember when the program director told me, he was like, hey, I know you like to do a lot of sports, you should just send in your times. And I remember I did the math. I was like, okay, 9 holes is 2 miles long, so I gotta be running more than that so I can.
Why don't you explain what a first tee speed golf challenge is?
Okay. Well, like I said, I was like 2 miles and I have to be running 5 miles. So what speed golf is to run the 9 holes and try to obviously shoot the lowest score, and combined is your total score for the championship.
Uh-huh.
So I started running 5 miles every single day after school in the San Antonio heat. It was so hot. And I trained. What course was it? Mission Del Lago would let us train there, and the course was super flat.
Okay.
My fastest time was like 27 minutes, and I shot a 36. So I sent in my 5 times, and I got in. And so the first tee flew me out all the way to Virginia, Richmond, Virginia.
Okay.
And we got to stay with host families, and we got to meet so many people there, including Robert Wren, who was a PGA Tour champion. And I right away there, with my first tee skills, I was like, hey, I want to be a professional golfer. Can we exchange information? And he was like, yes, of course. And till this day, we've stayed in touch.
Mm-hmm. He ended up being a mentor to us.
Yeah. So
excellent.
So when I went to the first tee championship, of course they chose a super hilly golf course. It's called the Boundary Golf Course. It was so hilly, but I actually ended up winning the event. And
how many participants were there?
How many were? I think there was 8 girls and 8 guys, and they each had different divisions. I think it was that. And then the University of Richmond coach was there. And I didn't know this, but my host had actually called her and told her, hey, I have a girl here who wants to play Division I golf, wants to go to a private school. Why don't you check her out? And so she came the day that I won. So on my way home, she called me and she was like, hey, I'm offering you a full golf scholarship to the University of Richmond.
Oh my gosh.
That was my very first big offer. And then I told her, hey, I'm actually on my way to Juniors Girl Championship, the USDA tournament, and my sister was playing for me. And so she later found out that my sister had 1 year of eligibility left. She figured out that we were coached by my dad, and so she offered my sister a spot on the team as well as paying for her master's. So that was all because of a first tee.
Amazing. Gosh, that's so amazing.
Really, I just started my my college process of searching for searching for a school, and I had just sent out a couple emails, but this one just kind of I didn't even email this coach, which was insane. And,
well, all that hard work into speed golf, they knew that you worked really hard to do that. So
I guess, but I'll tell you, I did not play speed golf ever again. My knees were taped up, and it's tough. It's a very tough sport.
You hung up your speed golfing shoes. Okay, got it. So tell me, both of you, what level did you each get to, and what is your favorite core value? Sarah, we'll start with you.
I reached the ace level, which was so fun to do, to be able to finish that last
do the big project.
Yeah, that's right. To check off that last level and get involved in that project, which, like Elsa said, it was community service, which helped with high school because you needed to do community service.
Okay.
And my favorite core value would have to be perseverance. I think that during these times, these uncertain times when we don't know what's going to happen, you just have to keep going and keep working on yourself. And it's something that Elsa and we talk about probably every day.
Yeah.
That we need to keep, reading and keep working on our swing and keep fit and do things that are also good for the soul. So that would be my favorite core value.
I also reached ace, which was really cool because my sister was, she kind of did it and, motivated my brother and I to, keep doing all our testing and all our projects. But I would say my favorite core value is confidence. I like it a lot because it's something that you can get better at. It's not something that we're born with. It's something that you have to practice, kind of like a fake it till you make it. And I think that, you know, each stage in life has, you know, forced me to even be more confident. And I've thankfully had a lot of people who have been in my corner, and I think that's helped. I think that's why the first tee stresses the go-to team so much, because if you have those people to lean on, then you can have more confidence. You can dream big, you know. And I think, you know, once I graduated from college, and you know, you got to find your sponsors. It's a little bit of a shaky ground, but you know, I have Sarah to remind me to keep my head high and just keep going forward. And so, and I mean, they all go hand in hand, you know, which is what makes the 9 core values so great. But confidence is definitely my favorite.
Well, I love both of those. Thank you. Can you guys tell me a little bit more about the leadership opportunities that you experienced when you were with the first tee?
Sure. So back when I was at the first tee, the way that you qualified for Pebble was you needed to go to a qualifier. And I went in 07 to Kansas. I didn't make it then. And perseverance.
Yeah, keep going.
Yes, in 08. So I went to 3 qualifiers, Kansas, New Hampshire. And then I went to Pebble Beach twice. I went to Orlando, I believe, Disney World, for one that was called the Toro Leadership Forum. I don't think they have it anymore, but it was so cool because they taught you how to be a leader at Disney.
Amazing.
Another one. And then I'll show you one of my favorite ones. This is when I got to meet Jack and Nicholas. Commercial. This was in 2010. It was an RBS commercial that aired during the Masters, and I got to be at the Bears Club in Jupiter with him. And of course, I had to ask him for a putting lesson.
Of course.
Yes. And then Elsa has some pretty unique ones as well.
I was just thinking about it. So my senior year at the University of Richmond, I actually got an athletic leadership award for being being recognized as like a good team captain for all the sports. And I remember, and I just thought, I was like, it goes all the way back that I went to the Leadership Academy, which was in Arizona, and it was all about learning how to be a leader. Your golf skills didn't matter all that much, but it was just learning how to, work in groups and cooperate. And they even did activities with horses, and there was a big award. I think it was called the Onico Award for leadership. And I think all these national opportunities were neat. Like, let's say, like the player, the player college prep is more about preparing to play, you know, in college, but you get to go back to your chapter and talk about them.
Yes.
You have the opportunity to, you know, tell other people like, hey, you guys should go because I learned.
It was almost expected, right? That you came back and you shared the lessons that you had learned.
Yeah, and I think, I also went to Pebble, which is just one of those that it's scary, and it's, you know, the Golf Channel is there.
You
get
went twice
interviewed.
too?
No, I only went once. There was only once, because I think they changed it. That you used to get twice, and then once I only got to go once.
Okay.
But
I'll share. Go ahead. I was going to share her one of the most unique experiences that she's had, and she hasn't mentioned it yet. But it was when she met Rory. And
nice.
Course reporting, yeah. So I did course reporting for the Valero Texas Open, and Rory actually got to stopped by our house, and he let me kind of do a little interview on him. So that was a lot of fun. He even let me ask about Augusta. So that was really cool of him. Shows how humble Rory is.
Amazing. Well, how do you guys apply first tee today in your daily lives?
Go ahead.
I think I apply it every day, Carrie, because I work for the PGA Tour. I'm Elsa's manager, and the first tee was really our introduction to golf. I mean, Elsa talked about how my dad was already playing, but we were doing other sports. The first tee was really the organization that put the clubs in our hands and taught us how to play golf, what the etiquette was, and like I said, taught us English along the way. So I use it literally every day, and back, when was it? Last year when I started working for the PGA Tour, I went into the office, Carrie, and there was a couple of people who told me, hey, I remember you from Pebble or from, another national experience, because they had either worked in the first tee or they were working for the Golf Channel or the PGA Tour. So it's just amazing that the amount of people that you meet and that you still are able to use those connections for your work, really.
I think what I would say, it's kind of like Sarah, the first tee lessons are, part of us. It's in our blood now. And my favorite was always like 3 tips for having fun, be patient, be positive, and ask for help. And that's just kind of what I've taken to professional golf. Just because, I don't want to be, say that it's a tough road and I have it so hard, but it could get pretty difficult out there. And surrounding myself with people that are there to help me, and always asking for help, and remembering that at the end of the day, I'm living my dream. So it's always important to have fun, have a smile on our faces, and don't forget your life skills. That first we're a person, and then we're the golfers. So and it's all less. So I keep that in mind. I try to keep that in mind every day I step on the course when I'm competing, and especially to the fans that come watch us play, because that's what we do it for.
Yeah. So thank you, Carrie, because we love the first tee, and we're eternally grateful for the organization, really.
Well, I thank you guys for joining me on this special edition of A Quick Nine. It was a little longer than our normal versions, but I appreciate you guys and your time. And when this all goes over, please come back to the first tee and see our kids and meet our new staff and coaches, because you guys are a testament to the program, truly. And Adolfo, bring Adolfo too, because you guys really, it's awesome. So I appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Carrie. Appreciate it.
All right. Thank y'all.
All right.
Bye.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.